Hi guys, Samantha the Card Girl here. Welcome back to my channel. I have tried to make this video 3 times now. No, 4 times. 3 times yesterday and my space ran out. Fourth time today and I got a phone call. So hopefully this video does not get interrupted. I am on because I wanted to share with you some new pieces that I've acquired. Some new decks and then a crystal. And I think I'll start with the crystal first. This is a selenite slab that I found at my local Home Goods for 60 bucks. I could not pass it up. Look at the, let's see, where's the, there we go. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Anybody who is into crystals or feels their vibration, oh my goodness, this piece is amazing. And I just, I've been putting it on my yoga mat and just kind of sitting with it every day. But yeah, absolutely in love with this piece. When I saw it, I had to have it. So the decks that I have, see, I had them all organized, and then as I was wrapping up the video, I stacked them. So let me get them back in order. I'm not going to do full walkthroughs, but I wanted to show you comparisons because I was at my local Barnes & Noble and picked up both the before and the after tarot. And I think it's really interesting, their interpretations. Of what I want to do is take my traditional Rider-Waite and pair them all together and stack the deck. So the before tarot, look at the inside of this box. Isn't that beautiful? Our Temperance. And the after tarot, beautiful magnetic clasp is the Moon. I love the magnetic. Sometimes even with the boxes where you have to pull and there's finger tabs, I struggle with those. And then their books. So the before tarot has it's really interesting because with each card, their color, but you have the image in the actual deck, the before tarot, and then you have the traditional, and then it also gives you the example of the after tarot. So I think that's really interesting. Kind of spoilers if you don't have the after tarot. But then it also has symbolism of numbers. It's got astrology symbols as well, and a tarot date book. And I thought there was, oh yeah, the astrological signs with the cards. I think that's really neat. Some nice information in here. Yep, and then it goes into about the author. No spreads. And then in the After Tarot's guidebook, there are no images of the cards except for in the starting. So it goes by it shows all your aces and your twos and your threes and so on and so forth. And then it talks about them. And what's neat is, so like for each card, it'll give keywords, and then so like Death, the Great Equalizer, and then it gives card description and key symbols, and it does that for all of them. And I thought that was really neat. And I don't think there's like actual spreads in here, but I know there's what was it? Oh, okay, there was an example of how to do them. There is tarot date book in this as well. So I think that's interesting. I love it when books like the tarot books have charts like this, because I cannot retain that all and try to remember. All right, so like I said, I paired a few and I just wanted to show you. And of course, I thought we would start with our Fool here, right? About to walk off that cliff, you know what's going to happen. So in the before tarot, here he is walking along, and he sees the rose, he's picking the rose, beautiful white rose. I'll check the backs too. This is the back of the before tarot. Isn't that pretty? I love the bright colors. All right, so he's got his rose and he's walking, and he falls, yes, and he's still got that rose and he's still holding on. And I love that he's let go of his possessions right here, right? The Fool is not tied to those. He does not care about his earthly possessions. He still finds joy and beauty in the world around him. He knows that he's safe, and he trusts that everything is going to work out. And these are the backs of the After Tarot, by the way. Also beautiful, beautiful images. All right, and then I wanted to share with you the Three of Swords here, right? Piercing the heart. So here is the before image, before impact, and I don't know if it's supposed to be a raven or a crow. I haven't checked that out yet, checked it in the book yet, but sign of protection, I feel, right? Because even though this heart is going to get hurt, right? It mends, it heals. And this is a beautiful card. I know it's all like gray and gloom and doom and, bloody, but it's patched up and it's ready to heal. So, I don't know. I just, I like that. I love seeing all of these cards together. And I purposefully did not watch videos because it's really fun to do it in person, especially if you have a traditional Rider-Waite, and either with the before or the after, to see how, what the moment before or the moment after is in person. It's really fun. And then the rest are all cups, actually. So I thought I would go with our Ace of Cups here, right? He's got the fish in his cup. So the before is him being given the fish by the seagull there, dropping it in. And so he's got his fish and he's looking at it and everything's good and he's happy until the fish jumps and he loses his fish. Right? So, that's life. Ups and downs, right? Good points, bad points, high points, low points. Another one, let's go in order here. So I chose Four of Cups to show you. And what's interesting about this card is I'd always pictured him like he would take this cup and still be bored, like he can't get satisfied, basically. And because he's waiting around. It is a card of boredom. Here's the before, right? He doesn't even have any of the others yet. He's drinking down his first cup. And then he's had 3 already. He's kind of waiting around. Now, how I've had this card described to me before is, he has a gift coming in, but he doesn't see it. He's bored, he's waiting around, waiting for the next thing to come into his life. But then we have our After Tarot here, and he's dumping it out. So he's had his fill. But I feel like with the expressions on his face, he's just not happy. I would say depression almost. He has all this and he just can't seem to get satisfied. He doesn't want any more. And I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Let me know your comments about these cards. And then one of the other ones I wanted to share with you is our Seven of Cups here, right? The traditional image. How many of you seriously, in the back of your mind, wonder, what does he choose, right? I can't be the only one. So in the before tarot, right, nothing is in he doesn't know his options, doesn't see them, doesn't, they don't exist yet to him because they're not in front of him. And then here he's turned around and there they all are. Now, I have always pictured he just takes one, right? He just chooses one and goes with that. But here he actually chooses 2. He's got the snake and the jewels that he chose. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Again, I haven't really read the book on these yet, but it's a lot of these cards surprise me. Cards that surprise me in the before and the after. What the creators have happen. The last deck that I wanted to share with you is our beautiful 10 of Cups here, right? Happy family, happiness, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. And again, with the life's ups and downs, right? Here's our before tarot. Our family is caught in a rainstorm and they're running for shelter. And then the rain goes away and it's sunny and beautiful, beautiful rainbow, and everyone's happy. So that night they have a campfire under the stars. It's beautiful, beautiful cards. So those are the ones that I wanted to share with you. Again, I'm not going to spoilers and do the whole deck because if this is a deck you're interested in or been thinking about, seriously, go out, get them, and explore them for yourself. It's been a lot of fun. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, though, are deck mistakes. Does anybody or has anybody experienced not necessarily like damaged cards, but legit? So when I got the Before Tarot, right? So this one, there were 2 copies in my local Barnes & Noble. So I got one of the copies in the After Tarot. And I'm flipping through the Before Tarot, and I find that there are 2 King of Cups, but no Page of Cups. So I tried to message Los Scarabeo because they are Los Scarabeo decks. Hadn't heard back, and I knew the other copy, there was still one more copy in Barnes & Noble. So I called and they held it. And I went and switched it out, and they're sending that copy back to the manufacturer, hopefully fix the problem. But and thankfully the other Before Tarot has no problems. All the cards are present and accounted for. But what's interesting is that's not the only thing that's happened. And again, with the Barnes & Noble deck, the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, right? The box clearly says deck and guidebook, and I get it home, I unwrap it, I open it up rather, there is a deck, but no guidebook. And I'm like, how does this happen? So again, I tried to reach out to see if a guidebook could be sent to me, and no answer. I don't know why I have such a hard time getting creators or companies to get back to me with deck mistakes, but yeah, so I waited until it came back in and got another deck, and I actually ended up trading the first deck to someone who didn't mind that there was no guidebook. It's such a non-traditional deck, I couldn't connect with the deck without the book, so I waited for a different copy. But that's my little rant, and I'm really curious to see what you guys think, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I will see you guys later. Bye!